It is snowing here in Colorado. We just have a big load of snow come down. I was out today. It was wet, heavy snow, and yet beautiful. And yet at the same time, a friend of mine came down the pedway where I live. I live in co-housing in Colorado. And she was saying, I'm going to Mexico tomorrow. And I was like, oh, I'd love to be on the beach. And then all of a sudden I just went, and yet it is so beautiful right now. I looked all around, the white snow everywhere, and it just made me remember that I'm constantly, or not constantly, but often thinking about something that's missing or something that would be better than I am right now. And I don't know about you, but I found that so pervasive in parenting. I tell you, I would think if I could only get my daughter off the computer, then I'd be happy. Have you ever thought that one? Well, it never worked out that way because as soon as she got off the computer, that was the next thing that I wanted. If only I could get her to eat her vegetables. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Yes, like if only I could be at the beach. But here I am standing in, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches. This is growing of snow. So I've got a practice for you to try this week. I always love to do the practices, so we actually bring this work into our practical daily lives. Make a list. First of all, I want you to make a list of everything that you'd like to change about yourself, okay? And then on the other piece of the paper, you can make that list of everything that you would like to change in your kid. And go through it. I'd like for them to do less computer. I'd like for them to read more. I would like for them to eat differently. I would like for them to wash their hair. I would like for them to, whatever it is, write it down. And same for you. For me, it was always like, I wish I were more organized and I'd like to cook more and I'd like to be different. I mean, there were just so many things, especially as a parent, right? I'd like to be more in control at times, or I'd like to be more loose and fluid. There was always something. It was like there was always a judgment on the moment that I was in. It was so hard to just relax because my mind was always seeking something ahead of itself or something. It was like there always felt like there was something missing. So once you've made those lists, try looking at that list. Just take one of your kid. Let's say I'd like my kid to do less computer use. And then really take a moment and sit down with that. So how do you think you would feel if they got off the computer and did less? What would that give you that you feel that you are missing? And if they actually did that, do you really think that would give you what you believe you're missing? Now, this is a great exercise to do for yourself, too. If I could only be at the beach, right, when I was standing out the snow. But what did I think the beach could give me? It could give me warmth, maybe, or a sense of freedom. It was just like I have a memory of the beach. I love the ocean and the beach. And so I projected into that memory that it was going to give me something that I didn't have in the moment. Yeah, it was going to give me warmth, and I was really cold. But when I really looked at it, I was like, oh, there I am, constantly trying to get away from this moment, being with this moment, finding the wonder and the joy in this moment where I am. Now, this became a very strong practice with my daughter because I was constantly had a list. I had a big, long list, and you might too. And then I started going down my list. I started trying to get her off the computer. Then I tried to get her to eat good food. Then I tried to get her to exercise more. And God bless her, she'd try or she'd do some of those things with a growling the whole time. And I promise you, it never gave me what I was missing. Because the truth is, I'm not missing anything. And neither are you. Like in that moment, everything is there that you need. Woo! That is such a big one to contemplate. And again, I'm telling you that, but I want you to find it for yourself. And there I go. I said, I want you to. I keep playing with that. I want you to. Sounding my big Southern came out a little bit there, didn't it? You do it if you feel to, right? Take your time, trust yourself, and see what is it like to check out the moment that you're in and to really find out, am I truly missing something? And if you think you are, especially with your kids, ask yourself, well, if I got them to be different, if I could change myself, if I could get to that beach, if I could do whatever, what do I think that it's going to give me that I'm not giving myself now? Have a lovely week, and I'll see you next week on Parenting Paused. Thank you for listening to this episode of Parenting Paused. If you enjoyed the episode, do me a favor and share it with your mama friends. You can also leave a review wherever you listen, which will support getting the Pure Joy message out. Come on over to the Pure Joy Parenting Practice Facebook page or join me on Instagram to hear more. And don't forget to download your free copy of the Safe Seat course on the Pure Joy website. And while there, check out the offerings page to go deeper in the Pure Joy work.